Hi you guys, welcome back to another episode of Life with Z. It's Saturday and today we are out and about getting lots of things done and I'm excited to take you along with me. First things first, we just left the library and I officially got a library card. So I want to show you some of the books that I picked up. And then next on today's agenda, I am so excited. I finally found a eyebrow threading salon. So I'm gonna go get my eyebrows done. I used to get them threaded all the time, but it's been a few years and this place has really good reviews. So excited to take you along for that as well. And then we'll pick up some lunch. I need to pick up a few things at Sephora and we just got back from a week up north. So lots of laundry waiting for me at home. We need to do some groceries, make some healthy, nutritious meals now that we're finally back home. But first things first, let me show you these books that I picked up. So I started with a couple cookbooks, nothing revolutionary, but these were the three that I picked up. The first book I picked up was Half-Baked Harvest, and I have heard so many good things about this cookbook, but I wasn't quite ready to purchase it myself, so it seemed like the perfect book to borrow from the library. But the recipes in here look really good. Let me show you some of the ones that inspired me the most. They had a pretty good vegetarian section too, but this potato soup looks delicious. She has some really good pizzas in here, a margarita pizza. I've heard so much about this cookbook, so I'm just excited to give it a try. Here's that entire vegetarian section right here. Cheesy potato casserole, tomato cheddar basil beans. So looks really good. Excited about that one. And then I also heard a lot of good things about this Chrissy Teigen cookbook. This one is a little more indulgent from a few things that I saw, but thought there would be some good ideas of recipes that I could make both for Greg and then also for myself with some vegetarian modifications. And then the third cookbook that I picked up was this What Katie Ate, and I just thought the book was really pretty. I liked the texture of the cover, and you know, they say not to judge a book by its cover, but that's what you do at the library. So this one, I just liked the pictures and some of these recipes. Farro with feta, lemon, and pine nuts. That sounds delicious. What else do we have in here? A lot of different ways to cook different meat entrees, a spiced cauliflower cheese with crunchy topping. I mean, sounds pretty delicious. So just thought it would be fun to get a few new recipe ideas this summer. And then I'm currently reading Iron Flame, but sometimes it's nice to have a lighthearted read just to enjoy. And I saw this Lori Gilmore Strawberry Patch Pancake House book, and I just thought this would be a really fun, cute summer read. I read The Christmas Tree Farm over Christmas, so this will just be a fun, lighthearted spring and summer read. And then I also have found that I really enjoy books with dogs in them, and this one just jumped off the shelf to me. It's called Sirius, a Little Dog Who Almost Changed History. And it just kind of seems like a cute little read, a little bit of a history lesson, but seeing the world through a dog's eyes. And I always like books like that, where you're seeing it through the perspective of the animal. So we have these two little fiction reads, as well as our cookbooks. So that was a fun first trip to the library, and I'm excited to keep checking out books this summer and through the rest of the year. And the other thing I wanted to update you on, you may have noticed, I have this little white ring on, and this is actually from an Aura ring sizing kit. So I'm testing this out to see if I will enjoy having an Aura ring. I thought it would be really good just to help monitor my heart rate throughout the day, and then also with cycle tracking. So trying it out on this finger. I could also wear it on this finger as well, and then there's a bunch of different sizes, but they say you're supposed to wear it all day and through the night just to get a really good feeling. And I am not much of a jewelry girl. I wear my wedding rings and that's about it. So gotta get used to this, see how I like it. And yeah, just excited for a nice relaxing day, doing all the things we want to do and hanging out together. And it's been raining on and off today, so we're gonna be dodging those rain clouds throughout the day. But let's go grab a bite to eat before I head to the salon to get my eyebrows threaded. Oh my gosh, my eyebrows are done and look at them. I absolutely love how they turned out. As soon as I walked out of the salon, I was asking myself, why did I stop doing this again? I honestly can't remember. I think just after the move and finding new salons and new services, this just fell to the bottom of my priority list. I don't know, but they look so good. I love it. So I'm gonna be a threading eyebrow girly again and get them done regularly. It was $20, and honestly it's $40 to get your eyebrows waxed at some salons here. So $20-$25 with tip. I'm thrilled. I absolutely love them. I love how they turned out, and I will definitely be getting them done monthly going forward. So anyways, I had such a good time and I'm feeling so great, so refreshed with my freshly done eyebrows, and it only took about 5 minutes. So I picked up some lunch as well. I want to show you what I got. So I discovered in the last year or so that you can get poke bowls and make them vegetarian. So that's what I got. Look how delicious. It's white rice, cucumber, edamame, some onion, some pineapple, a little bit of crunch and a little bit of sauce, and it is so delicious and really nutritious with the edamame and the fruits and vegetables. So excited to dive into this for lunch and then head into Sephora and pick up. I need to get some sunscreen and we'll see what else we find, but today has been so fun already, so let's keep it going. Okay, we are back from our little Sephora stop, and I thought I'd show you what I picked up. So I think I had a few clips, but I am a big fan of this Unseen sunscreen, and I don't know if they've had this in the past, but I've always gotten SPF 30, and this is SPF 50. So I love this sunscreen. It is perfect for under your makeup, and I think the best way to describe it is it kind of is like a ointment consistency almost, but it completely absorbs into your skin. So love this for my face and neck underneath my makeup. And then I had been looking into this product, the Resetting 100% Mineral Powder. I've been researching it online and it has mixed reviews, but I used the tester in the store just on my hand and I really liked it. So I thought this would be perfect just to toss into either my purse or my beach bag. But it basically has the powder down here and you can lock it so it won't leak. And this is a, let's see, broad sunscreen SPF 35 100% mineral powder down here. And then, yes, okay. I saw a lot of reviews, people were showing this little yellow piece, and I realized you need to pull this out to let the powder out. But anyways, you'll twist it and then you can just kind of reset your sunscreen over your makeup so you keep your SPF up throughout the summer, and then to store it you just slide this back up and put the cap on. So I thought that was really cool. We'll see how I like it throughout the summer, but gotta keep my skin protected. And then you know you can never just leave with what you came in for. So I'm a big fan of these Laneige lip masks, and I have the berry flavor in my bag right now actually, and I use it every day. And they had a matcha, this is matcha bubble tea. So excited about this, let's try it out together. I love this lip product if you haven't tried it before. It's really hydrating and it doesn't leave any of that white cast to your lips. And I also don't feel like it's as sticky as most glosses, so If it's windy out, I don't feel like my hair is sticking to my lips as much. Let's try it. Oh, that is so nice. Subtle matcha flavor. It's almost like little green tea. It reminds me of a spa. Absolutely love it. So now I've got the green one to go with my pink. As you can see, I've used quite a bit of this one, but got my green and pink, and I have a feeling I'll keep adding to my collection. Love these so much. 10 out of 10 recommend. So that was my little Sephora shopping. Now we're gonna make our way home to start some laundry and probably head to the store to get some groceries as well.
Where did the time go? How do we move so far away? Holding on, how much can we both take when love is an echo? I can't hear what you're saying when love is an echo. I can't hear what you're saying.
Okay, here is our Publix grocery haul. It ended up being about $200, but we got plenty of ingredients for meals throughout the week and to try out some of the new recipes. So I'll walk you through what we ended up getting. So just starting in the corner over here, we have broccoli to go with dinners, yogurt to have for breakfast throughout the week, dates for protein bites that I'm gonna make, and then Greg likes to snack on those mini medjool dates with coconut. We have some mint and basil for the farro rice recipe, turkey for nachos tonight, and then chicken as well. We have some chocolate chips, cream cheese, and pistachios, all for the cake recipe I'm gonna make, honey for that as well, and orange. And then for the rice, we have the farro that I picked up. There's gonna be cherry tomatoes, some parsley, the arugula will go in that as well, and then the red onion, garlic, lemon, and a little bit of hot pepper. We needed some more olive oil, so pick that up as well. And then we go through chili powder quite a bit, so picked up some more of that. I've been incorporating more of this Good Culture cottage cheese just for extra protein, so got a little container of that. Cliff Bars and Olipop always. We have my favorite decaf cold brew and this new oat milk Starbucks brown sugar shaken espresso creamer. Absolutely love that. The usual Oatly oat milk, some salsa and taco seasoning, and cheese for our nachos, as well as the baked chips, some more old-fashioned oats. I like to use those for the protein bites. We've got some rice back here for dinners, and then tons of berries. I have strawberries and blueberries, bananas, peppers, and then a ton of eggs. Greg goes through those throughout the week, and I think that's it. I've got chickpeas for my protein throughout the week. Have that with some rice and veggies, and then our vegetarian refried beans that I'll have as my protein on nachos tonight. And I think that's it. If I didn't mention already, the feta will be part of the farro rice recipe as well. So pretty much all of this for that farro rice, and then these ingredients over here for that pistachio chocolate chip cake. All in all, a pretty good grocery haul.
Questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? Will you let me down? I know I'm feeling something for you. The way you look, the way you laugh, and how you move. It kinda makes me go crazy. But we should take it slow, work things out so you don't let me go. When I come real close, I don't wanna get hurt, 'cause I'm not ready to give you my heart yet. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? Will you let me down? Before I'm too invested, we should take it easy. Maybe we could test this and work out our feelings. Baby, will I love you? Tell me, do you want me? And will you let me down? Yeah. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted?
All right, you guys, it's the next day, and we're going to check out some of the recipes from the cookbooks that I picked up yesterday. We went grocery shopping, and I got all the ingredients I needed to first make this farro with feta, lemon, and pine nuts. So really excited to make this recipe. And then next up, after putting this together, we're going to make a pistachio chocolate cake. That's from the Half Baked Harvest cookbook. So excited to spend some time with you in the kitchen today. Let's get started.
Don't hold back on me.
All right, you guys, so for this recipe, we're going to start by getting our farro simmering on the stove. So we'll add 1 cup of farro and 2 cups of water, and let that simmer for about 30 minutes. And while that's cooking, we can chop up all of our vegetables and herbs so that we can mix them together to make this delicious salad. So starting out with the tomatoes, getting those all cut up, we'll mince some garlic and then grate some lemon and juice the lemon as well. And by the time we've got all that done, our farro will be all done cooking, and we can rinse it under some cold water to stop the cooking process and let that fully drain in our strainer. This recipe calls for quite a few herbs, so it's a great time to break out your salad spinner if you have one. I haven't really used salad spinners for anything beyond just lettuce in the past, but so far this year I've started using it for all my fruits and vegetables, and I really like how it helps to get out any of that extra moisture. So I'm going to rinse the mint, the basil, and the parsley and get that all finely chopped. It's about half a cup of each of those herbs, and then we'll go ahead and rinse the arugula as well. I find arugula to be a little bit bitter, but in this recipe with all the other flavors, it was pretty good and I feel like it complemented the recipe well. And then finally we'll get our hot pepper chopped up. The recipe actually calls for a green chili, but I could only find a red chili at my grocery store, so that worked out just fine. We'll get that finely chopped and make sure to remove all of the seeds and core to help control some of that heat. Okay, we have all of our ingredients prepped, and I wish you could smell how good it smells in here with all these fresh herbs, the mint, basil, and parsley. It smells so delicious. We have our chopped up tomato, arugula, onion. I'm gonna add some chickpeas for a little extra protein, so this could be a light lunch for the week. So we'll get all these ingredients that we prepared mixed in with the farro. Once this finished cooking, I rinsed it with cold water and let that fully drain. So it's pretty dry. So let's get all these ingredients combined so we can enjoy our salad. I can stand up tall. I had a feeling we would need the larger bowl, so let's upgrade.
To be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I won. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun.
We'll add a little bit of salt and pepper to taste, and then we'll put this in the fridge to chill.
You're getting better, so much better.
Take a look at that finished product. It turned out so beautiful, and I hope it's as delicious as it looks. We'll get that in the fridge chilling so we can try it together later and get started making our chocolate pistachio cake. So the first step was to grind up fresh pistachios and create a flour-like consistency, and whisk that together with the flour and salt and baking powder. While that's mixing up, we'll add all of our wet ingredients, and this recipe called for sour cream or Greek yogurt to make it a little lighter, and honey and vanilla. So we'll get all those added to our dry mixture. We'll add that with the orange zest before we mix it together and add our chopped up chocolate. And then the final step will be to pour the batter into our parchment paper lined pan and get that baking in the oven for about 50 minutes at 350 degrees.
You don't have to hide it. Baby, let your head down. Be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off. Don't hide it. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no gloss. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder.
Once we take the cake out of the oven, we'll check it with a toothpick just to make sure it's fully baked all the way through, and then allow that to cool on the cooling rack in a pan for about 30 minutes before taking it out and removing the parchment paper to allow it to continue to cool. And while the cake is cooling, we'll start making our icing. This recipe calls for a powdered sugar cream cheese frosting that is pretty easy to make. So we'll start with a cup of powdered sugar, add a little milk and cream cheese and vanilla and get that all mixed together. You're targeting a drizzling consistency, so you can add a little more powdered sugar or milk as needed. And then we'll go ahead and drizzle that on our cake. And I decided to add a few chocolate chips as additional decoration, and I absolutely love how it turned out.
Every living thing, be to me a mother, both hands on the wheel, show me faded color, fields of chamomile, all at once.
Alright guys, it's time to try a little bit of this salad that we made and cut into this delicious cake. So this farro salad has been chilling in the fridge and I'm excited to give it a taste test and see. All the herbs smell so good. That's really good. Could use a little more salt, but it's really fresh and summery and I absolutely love it. And with chickpeas and rice make it definitely more filling. Next, let's dig into this cake. It looks so beautiful. I'm really excited to see how it tastes. Look how delicious. All the chocolate mixed throughout. Seems really soft and moist. Let's give it a try. The pistachio flavor is not as strong as I thought it would be. Oh, there, yeah. That second bite I got more pistachio, a little bit of the orange, and then of course the chocolate. That's delicious. It's almost more orange chocolate with a hint of pistachio, but it's so good. All right, you guys, that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for spending the time with me. Hopefully you had fun going out and about yesterday and doing some baking and cooking together today. Please make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next week for a brand new video. Bye!